If you've been thinking about getting serious with your money, like actually serious, now's the time. The Motley Fool is offering new members 50% off their iconic stock recommendation service, Stock Advisor. This is the same service that's crushed the market with recommendations that have returned 1,057% since inception, compared to the S&P 500's 180% over that same period. This isn't guesswork. The Motley Fool has a track record of finding companies before they become household names. So if you want to invest smarter and you like saving money while doing it, go to fool.com/listen to claim your 50% off discount off a 1-year term of Stock Advisor. Again, that's fool.com/listen. Returns of 1,057% are from the Motley Fool's product Stock Advisor and measured against S&P 500 returns of 180% as of July 10th, 2025. Past performance is not an indicator of future results. All investing involves a risk of loss. Individual investment results may vary.
Looking for a smarter choice for dental implants? Meet the Contact Dental Implant System from Biotech Dental, trusted by clinicians across Europe and now available in the US. With a single prosthetic connection, streamlined surgical kits, and seamless digital workflows, Contact makes every step easier. It's clinically proven, intuitively designed, and surprisingly affordable. See for yourself why more dentists are switching to Biotech Dental's Contact System. Visit biotechdental.com today to learn more. That's biotechdental.com.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final Kulturecast of Horrortober. I'm Chris Stachiw.
I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And per Ryan's request, we're going to be talking about Hausu from 1977. If you've never heard of it, that's probably not a bad thing.
It's a normal thing.
It is, yeah, you're normal. It is a crazy movie. But before we talk about Hausu, Ryan, have you been watching anything?
I've been watching a lot of Bob Ross
on Twitch. Just happy trees. Just happy trees.
Yeah, he's got a knack for landscapes, man.
You know that guy was dealing with some fucking post-war, like, shell-shock syndrome. That's how, like, because he was like a
Vietnam.
He was a Vietnam vet.
Oh my god!
So you know he like saw some
darkness over all these wonderful landscapes. Thanks for that.
Happy trees. Look at the Vietnamese in the trees. Charlie in the treetops, my God.
That's kind of the ambient TV I've had on. But I have been really enjoying the new season of Fargo. Holy fuck. Such a good show.
Still haven't watched it, but I know I need to.
I mean, so far the second season is shaping up to be even better than the first. And the first is like my favorite season of television ever. So it's just great.
Better than Hannibal? I can't believe this.
Oh god, I mean that's in a whole other category. That's another thing. I mean, maybe better than Hannibal. Maybe.
Hopefully it lasts.
I mean, depending on what season and what story arc of Hannibal. Like, you know,
that's true.
I wasn't totally crazy about the first half of the last season, but then the Red Dragon arc was amazing. You know, kind of goes up and down, but it was always good.
Rest in peace, Hannibal. Rest in peace.
It ended well.
Yeah, it did. Have I been watching anything? No, I have only been watching stuff for next month. So I had to subject myself to the movie we're watching for our 100th episode of the Kulturecast, which is Tim Burton's Planet of the Apes.
What's next month? What's the theme? Why are we what?
Remake. Not so November. Not so November.
Oh no.
But we're excluding horror movies.
Okay.
Because there's too many.
Yeah.
That's like a month into of itself.
Well, and you're gonna miss the Evil Dead remake.
Right. I still haven't seen it.
It's fucking great.
Well, let's talk about Hausu. Well, let's try to talk about Hausu in best we can. So, film came out in 1977. It was directed by Nobuhiko Obayashi. The IMDb synopsis of the film is 7 girls on their summer trip pay a visit to a possessed house, which plans to eat them in extremely bizarre and surreal ways. The film came out in 1977. but it didn't get a wide release in the United States until 2009 and 2010. And then it was subsequently released by the Criterion Collection. What was it, a couple of years, I guess, last 5 years it was released by Criterion for the hungry masses to watch. Ryan.
Yes. Chris.
Since this was your suggestion, what are your thoughts on the film? Well, and was this your first time watching it?
Yeah, this was my first time watching it. It's a movie I've been meaning to watch for a long time, like since its Criterion re-release, which I think was in 2009 or 2010. I don't know, but a friend of mine had it on DVD, and he loaned it to me like a year and a half ago, and I just never watched it. But have sort of heard it's sort of gained like a legendary cult status. And so I've heard many things about it in passing on the internet, and so I was eager to finally this Halloween pop it in. And I gotta say, it delivered on all of the promises that I had been told about what a truly bizarre and singular movie it is. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get too far into the descriptions of what's bizarre about it before, we talk a little bit more, but it is just unbelievable.
I watched it last night, and this was my first time watching it. I watched it last night at like 1 a.m, and it's like a fucking fever dream.
Yeah.
It is like staring. It is like a living, moving, surrealist painting.
That's the perfect way to describe it, because it's shot simultaneously in these like in this beautiful stylistic way, but also it's like halfway between like kabuki theater and a karaoke like video.
Yeah,
it switches between these weird stylistic choices that I've never seen used anywhere else, like just at the drop of a hat.
Well, there's also then, there's these kind of quick cuts with this really like fast paced, out of place music.
Yeah.
Too. It's just, oh my God. It's one of those movies that, when you cannot explain it to someone.
No, it's really hard to pin down. And I mean, it's the type of thing where like partway through the plot stops mattering because your brain is like occupied with trying to, like you said, it's like a fever dream. Like it's confusing but straightforward at the same time. It's like, I don't know how else to put it.
And like
the plot is very simple.
Yeah.
Like, what you see and what's happening is like a hallucination.
Yeah. Well, and the IMDb synopsis really sums it up the best. This girl named Gorgeous wants to
they all
get
have
away.
Really weird names. Okay, yeah, so let's start at the beginning because even the very beginning had me like confused at like it feels like a dream in that so it starts with this girl and she's planning a summer vacation with her father, who then informs her that she has a new mom.
Just like out of the blue.
He's like, "Hey, great news. I met a woman. She's your new mom." And this like news. You're not even kidding. That is literally the extent of the explanation. And it's all shot through this window, this insane window that's like melty and I don't know. What would you call this window?
Ryan, would you say that it's an impossible window?
It is an impossible window.
If you get that reference, good for you. I know you know what I'm talking about. I didn't draw up this floor plan, but I did.
Anyway, but I mean, that's like part of what's so cool about this movie is like in the background behind them outside is this clearly like backdrop of a sunset. Like,
yeah, it's
very theatrical, like as in live theater. Like there is nothing about this that looks realistic.
No, and that was on purpose, right? I mean, like I've read, after watching the film, I read a couple places that was a conscious choice by Obayashi to make the special effects in the film completely insane and stand out.
Yeah, they stick out like a sore thumb in a way that definitely is not like, oh, we didn't have the budget to make it look good. It's definitely like a choice.
Yeah, it was an intentional choice by them. But yeah, I mean, the movie starts and this character of Gorgeous, she's like, her dad's like, oh, you have a new mom. Like, what?
Yeah, and that means that they can't go on vacation to where they were planning to go. So she sort of like replans the vacation to go to like her aunt's house.
Right.
She
aunt.
She like writes a letter to her aunt, who it seems that she has not really ever met, saying, "Hey, can me and like my..."
If you've been thinking about getting serious with your money, like actually serious, now's the time. The Motley Fool is offering new members 50% off their iconic stock recommendation service, Stock Advisor. This is the same service that's crushed the market with recommendations that have returned 1,057% since inception, compared to the S&P 500's 180% over that same period. This isn't guesswork. The Motley Fool has a track record of finding companies before they become household names. So if you want to invest smarter and you like saving money while doing it, go to fool.com/listen to claim your 50% off discount off a 1-year term of Stock Advisor. Again, that's fool.com/listen. Returns of 1,057% are from the Motley Fool's product Stock Advisor and measured against S&P 500 returns of 180% as of July 10th, 2025. Past performance is not an indicator of future results. All investing involves a risk of loss. Individual investment results may vary.
Do you love movies? So do I. What's up, y'all? It's KB, and I love movies, inviting you to listen to The Conversation, a film podcast where passion meets perspective and opinion. From the old school to the new, I invite a guest on to discuss the movies that thrill us, challenge us, break our hearts, or even blow our minds. There's always new episodes dropping wherever you get your podcasts. So join the conversation. We don't just watch movies. We love talking about them too. The Conversation with KB Loves Movies, a part of Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
6 high school friends just come visit you this summer for like our summer vacation.
And her aunt's like, yeah, sure. I've been waiting for you forever.
Yeah, which was one of those things when you're watching a film like this, like it's really hard to suss out like what culturally am I not getting? Like, is it normal in Japan for teenagers to just like all as a group go visit some family member? I don't know. I didn't get that. I have no idea. So like it's already like off-putting a little bit. Because you kind of just have to go like, okay, she's going to visit her aunt who I guess she's never met. Like, that's weird, but that's what's happening. And all of these high school girls are like super stoked about it.
Yeah, I mean,
and on the way, they pick up a watermelon.
Right? And oh my God, this movie is fucking nuts. I mean, there's a watermelon that comes into play at one point.
I think they're eating that watermelon for like the entire film.
And at one point, I thought that the watermelon was like a human head. I thought that they were like eating a human head. Right? Like,
well, there was, yeah, I mean, there's like the old switcheroo.
Well, and you know, so that's the thing about this movie, right? Is that like we've been saying, it's hard to explain it because it is so just kind of straightforward and kind of by the book. 7 teenagers.
I mean, yeah, on paper it's like 7 teenagers go to a house that is haunted and it wants to eat all of them, right?
But
so that it'll make the old aunt like younger, like she eats young women in the house to survive or something. She absorbs their vitality or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like pretty straightforward, and that's kind of a horror trope. I mean, we've seen that
halfway through the movie. You've just given up, like trying to pay attention to like plot or any kind of sense. Like logic breaks down inside of this house.
Well, yeah, I mean, so there's the I guess the stereotypical fat friend named Mac, who their explanation for her name,
great names. Oh my God.
The explanation for Mac's name is she likes to eat, so her name is Mac. Like what?
My favorite is Kung Fu.
I thought it was in the version I was watching. Her name was Kung Fu.
No, her name is Kung Fu.
I know, but like in the subtitle that I had, it was Kung Fu.
Got some kind of janky ass.
I got
Criterion shit.
I got the fucking, dark web subtitles. At the bottom it says like contact this email if you want fucking marijuana and a hitman. But the explanation for some of the characters' names like Mac, it's like she likes to eat, so her name is Mac. Like that's where I felt like I was like, there's like a cultural thing here I don't get.
Well, it almost felt to me like the Goonies in a way. Like they all every one of these characters is sort of like a cartoon.
Yeah.
And they're like a gang, and they're all bigger than life.
Because none of them have normal.
Part about
none
this
of them
movie
even have
is like, even though horrific things are happening to them, they're all amateur actors, and so they all just seem like they're having a great time all the time. Like, even when they're being, like, dismembered or, like, eaten by a piano, they're going, like, ah, ee, and they're, like, smiling.
Well, that's the thing about this movie, right? Is that it feels so cheap, but not in like a glaringly bad way.
No, in a stylistic way. Like, whoever made it didn't really want you to be scared. He just wanted you to be, like, having a good time.
Yeah.
And so the performances reflect that. They're all just kind of like, oh no, ghosts! Like it's a haunted house or something.
Well, and I was reading some stuff. And it said, Obayashi was talking about stuff that were, his daughter's childhood fears that he drew on, like the mattress eating one of the characters, a large, loud clock with someone locked in it, the fingers getting eaten by the piano.
His young daughter basically helped him write this.
Yeah. So and the story is credited to her. And it feels like a movie written by a child.
Yeah,
I don't know. Have you ever seen Axe Cop, like the comic book?
Yeah,
that's what this
a little
feels
bit like Axe Cop. Yeah,
right. It's just like, and then this crazy thing happened, and then there was a cat with green eyes that was like a monster, and then it was in a painting at one point, and that's what makes the poster for the movie for the Criterion Collection is like this orange
cat. Like a fever dream. Like it's just the random thoughts of a child being just like spewed out into cinema.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. I mean, at one point the character of Mac goes to get the watermelon from the well where they're keeping it because in the well they're keeping it cold. I mean, I can't even fucking explain this.
No, like you sound like a crazy person.
I know. And then one of the other girls goes and looks for her. Fantasy, that's her name, goes to look for Mac because she's dead, and her head flies out of the well and bites her on the ass.
Yep.
Like, these are things that happen in a film that exists.
Hold on, I'm just gonna read off the list of character names. So there is Gorgeous, there is Kung Fu, there is Fantasy, Prof, Mac, Melody, and Sweet.
And those are their names.
Those are their names. That's what they call each other.
That's what they're referred to. It's not like, I have like a nickname for someone, but that's not their actual name.
Like
that's their name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is just fucking nuts.
And I mean, the way they're all dressed, it's like not congruous at all. Like they don't look like a group of friends. They all look like one of them is like Kung Fu, wears like cut off jean shorts. One of them has like some kind of jumpsuit thing on. Like it's like,
I was really disappointed that Mac died so early in the movie. She just goes to get a watermelon and dies.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when the aunt, who's clearly like the bad guy from the get-go.
As soon as they arrive, they should have been
pretty
let's
obvious.
Not stay here.
She's like eating the watermelon, and then like an eye comes out of her mouth and is like looking around.
Yeah.
And then it goes back in her mouth, and then it comes out again. Like, what the?
But no one notices.
Well, one character notices, but then everyone else is like, you're seeing things.
Mm-hmm.
But God, it's such a fucking nutso movie.
I know. By the very end, it's like, I mean,
by the end of the movie, I had to look at the Wikipedia plot synopsis to figure out what was going on, because the kind of the reveal of the film is that Gorgeous's aunt, who they went to their house to stay at, she died waiting for her husband to return from World War II, but she's a ghost.
Yeah, it's like some kind of like really classic like ghost fable of like a widow who's like waiting for her love, who like hates young people or something.
Well, that's the thing. I don't see. It's never really explained why she's eating only unmarried women who show up at her house. It's never explained, really.
Right? No.
I mean, we've kind of explained it as she's doing it to gain power to stay.
Well, yeah, because as the movie goes on, she starts off in like a wheelchair and she's like very sickly and old, and then like as people are disappearing, she's like standing up and dancing and like moving around, like she's clearly like gaining.
But then she goes on to like possess Gorgeous.
Hold on.
So
can we talk about what a dick that fruit vendor is who sent them all up there? Who clearly knew what the fuck was going on.
Well, he's in on it, right? Because when Togo, who's one of the women's
okay, so for those who haven't seen it, when they first get to town where they're going to stay with their aunt, they meet a fruit vendor at night on the side of the road. It's like this fat man with like a funny hat. who they're like, oh, I'm looking for my aunt's place. And he's like, oh, here, have a watermelon. And it's right up there. And then once they leave, he's like, kind of has this look like, well, they're going to have a bad time. And later in the movie, it's revealed that he's like kind of in on the scam, that he like sends people up there to get eaten by the house.
Well, that's what I assumed, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, at that point, you know, in the film, at the end when Togo shows up and is asking like, where are they? Which is totally unresolved at the end of the film. He like turns into a skeleton, just like poofs into a skeleton. This fruit vendor. It's so fucking insane. But you know, answer this. So the aunt is
Hello, my name is Kevin Tudor, and I'm one of the 3 hosts of Almost Major, a film podcast dissecting many major indie studios and the films they release. Every week, myself, Charlie Nash, and Bryden Doyle discuss overlooked, forgotten, or bona fide classic indie films via studio-specific miniseries. We've previously covered numerous films from Artisan Entertainment, Lionsgate Films, and New Line Cinema. Titles including The Blair Witch Project, American Psycho, Dogville, But I'm a Cheerleader, Saw, Requiem for a Dream, and Ringmaster, you know, the Jerry Springer film. Anyways, we have a fun time every week and we hope you will join us. Subscribe to Almost Major wherever you get your podcasts. Now proudly a part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Unmarried girls to get power, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then why does she possess Gorgeous? Or does she possess her?
Well, I think she does at that point. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, dude, what a... Like, is there an answer to that question? Like,
fucking shit show, man. I mean,
this movie is like more of a ride that you get on and less of like a plotted out story that you remember. It's like it's like the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland or something. Like you turn a corner and like a skeleton pops out and you go like, whoa.
What this reminds me of, and I hate to kind of go to the well, but this reminds me of The Room. Like, you can't explain The Room to people.
Dude, it's not as bad as The Room.
No, but that's the thing. Like, it's the same.
It's actually good. It's interesting. It's like,
but it's the same kind of idea, right? Like, I can't explain this movie to you. You just need to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I can't really explain The Room to someone. If I just say, hey, it's this really bad movie that this guy made.
Yeah, that doesn't at all, like, convey the total strangeness of that movie.
Right. I mean, I could tell you that at one point, one of the characters gets eaten alive and...
by a piano.
Or she gets eaten by a possessed light fixture, and then her legs fly out of the light fixture and kick a cat painting in the face that's possessed.
Yeah,
like, that's something that happens.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah, that sounds like something I would come up with while I was like drunk.
My favorite
and then
part
the cat
is the girl
painting.
getting eaten by the piano. That part was fucking insane.
And then like her body parts are like laughing and like spinning around.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't make no sense. And that's what I enjoyed about this movie. Is that
tagline? It didn't make no sense.
Hausu. It don't make no sense. You know, that's kind of the great thing about this movie is it was a huge hit in Japan.
With bad reviews, though. That's my favorite kind of movie. Like, hyper successful, critics hate it.
Yeah. like financial success, critically shit all over.
My favorite little piece of trivia about this movie is in the development section of the Wikipedia page, following the success of the American film Jaws. A proposition came from the Toho Film Studio to develop a similar script.
Because that's what I think of when I think of Jaws.
And so the director discussed ideas with his preteen daughter, sought her ideas, believed that adults, quote, only think about things they understand, everything stays on that boring human level, while, quote, children can come up with things that can't be explained.
I mean, that's really what it feels like, right?
Yeah, so he wrote this script, and no one who worked there wanted to direct it. For like 2 years. Until finally they let him direct it himself. Like, the term passion project, I don't think goes far enough to describe this movie.
And, you know, and it really is just like a fucking...
I would call it psychedelic, is what I...
It really, it's a surreal...
Like, it's
surrealism.
It's like partway through, you're like, did somebody slip me something? What the hell is going on? Like, I can't understand any of this.
I mean, it really kind of, I mean, the closest that I can think of without kind of the nonsensical plot, it kind of feels like in some spots like a Dario Argento horror movie, like Italian horror.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah, it's
like,
definitely got that like kitschy vibe to it.
and the use of bright colors
Yeah.
and everything. But
Oh, but I mean, the color palette in this movie is just insane. Like, from black all the way to, like, the most gaudy sunset you can imagine. Like, it's like...
no, it doesn't. The movie doesn't rely on typical horror movie conventions to kind of exist. This movie really is like a film unto itself. I've never seen anything like this.
There's a reason it's Criterion. I mean, there's some movies that get Criterion because they're, like, well regarded or whatever, and then there's some that get Criterion because they're just, like, singular. Like, there's nothing out there like this, and I think this is one of those.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a evil cat in this movie that inhabits a painting, and then it's like fucking with people. I mean, it's so nuts. You can't explain this movie to someone, and if you do, the explanation that you should offer is, this movie is insane. If you want to see a movie like unlike anything you've seen within reason, then this is something to watch. It really is. Like,
and what's great about it too is it moves pretty briskly. Like, it's not like a labor to watch this. It's only 88 minutes long, and like by the end, like you're like it never really feels slow. Like, things get so crazy that you're just kind of like swept away by it, in my opinion.
No, yeah, and again, kind of factoring out the nonsensical plot, which is, I mean, by the end of the movie, I had no idea what was going on, because at the end of the movie, the stepmom from the beginning of the movie shows up, and Gorgeous is the only one who survives.
Mm-hmm.
And she like shakes her hand and makes her explode. Like, right? And she explodes into a cat, or like, I don't no idea.
I don't have any insight to offer there.
I don't have a fucking clue what was going on, but like, Gorgeous is the aunt at the end.
Yeah, it almost seems like the aunt, like,
possesses her
to like keep living as a younger woman.
It's just like, at the end of the movie, I was just like, what is fucking happening?
Can we talk about the real issue here, which is widow shaming?
Oh, widow shaming?
Which I think is what this movie really is speaking to.
You should be married. Single, unmarried women shaming. If you're not married, you're a lesser person.
I mean, she started eating children.
Right?
That's some demonization right there.
It really is a just an experience. This is a movie that, there are a few movies that I've seen that are true experiences. This is one of them.
I mean, it's close to like Speed Racer level, just like, what in the hell is happening?
By the end of the movie, you're really kind of taken in by it. And
yeah, no, that's the thing, is it does cast this spell. Like, it's very easy to watch. It's not like, it's not like trying to get into like French New Wave or something where you're going to have to put in some concerted effort and like really think about what's happening. It's best if you just stop thinking and it will just take you.
Yeah, it's just, it's one of those movies that I had never heard anything about it. I had seen the DVD box art, but I had never like known what it was. And then when you were like, hey, we need to do this for Horrortober, I read more about it and I was fully on board.
Yeah, I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, it is a absolute crazy ass movie, and it's one that really I think you need to see, because it's crazy. Also, it's crazy, but in a good way.
And I think the visual effects for the time it was made are pretty out there. Like, it does a lot of things that remind me of things I would associate more with video or digital.
Right.
Like, when they're introducing the characters, you have this like weird shimmering effect on the outside, and then there's like a portrait, like a circular portrait in the middle of the screen with the character's face on it, like a karaoke video or something. But this was made in 1977, and it's full of all these like weird edits that you'll never see in another like feature film that you would think are reserved for like chintzy, like cheap, just like ads for compilation CDs on cable or something. Right.
Well, and I think that's really one of the biggest successes of the film, is that it does so much with so little.
Yeah.
There's a point where it's clearly someone throwing a mattress on top of an actress to eat her. Yeah. I mean, that's literally, you know that's what it is. But because of the film, you buy into it.
Yeah, and I mean, the effects are also things that you're looking at that's, like, almost comic booky, like, just flashing bright, painted, like, onto the film itself, it looks like red and yellow.
Yeah. It does so much with so little that I think is really one of the biggest successes.
And so many
for this
different
movie.
things, too. Like, it's all over the place.
I mean, you know, if they're showing a movie from 1977 at the Alamo Drafthouse every year, like they show this movie every October, I want to say at least at one Alamo Drafthouse.
I mean, that would make sense.
And there's a following for this movie. You know that this movie has a reason for kind of existing at this point. And like you said, Criterion putting their name on it I think is the biggest kind of compliment a movie like this can get. As a movie that was supposed to be like Jaws, I think this movie is as far from being Jaws as possible.
It has that's my favorite thing about that little
make a movie like Jaws.
And it's nothing like Jaws at all.
This movie is less Jaws than Jaws. This movie, if someone thinks that this movie was like Jaws, they don't even know what Jaws is about.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of like this is what the fuck is that movie?
Kind of like Evil Dead.
In a way, in its feverish. I mean, Evil Dead is a little bit more like grounded just in its plot, but in the
which is saying something that Evil Dead is grounded.
It's a little more linear, you know, like it kind of anyway. But I mean, in the way that they, you know, both Sam Raimi and this director seem to like feverishly use effects in ways that are not meant to look real.
Yeah.
I'd say they're similar.
It's just it's one of those things where I am really, really glad that I watched this movie, because this will probably be in my rotation of movies I suggest to people to watch, because it is like, if you're a fan of film, this is a good movie. You've got to see. Yeah, this is a good movie to watch if you're a fan of film and you consider yourself kind of a movie fan, you know. But I think that if you're just kind of a cinephile,
if you will.
Yeah, right. If you're just a casual movie watcher, you're not going to like this movie. You'll probably think that this movie is fucking stupid, and you might turn it off for any number of reasons. So, Ryan, I think we're both in agreement. I won't even ask Skipper to watch it. I think we're both in agreement. Watch it. Definite watch.
Oh, yeah.
Who would you give best performance to?
I like Kung Fu. She was my favorite. She was spunky. She had a good attitude about the whole incident.
Even when she gets eaten and her legs are the only part of her left.
Right, but then she seems pretty happy about being eaten, like most of them do once they're eaten.
They're all like super optimistic.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, ah. I mean, then the ant, is funny too. But then there's the cat. I don't know, you know.
I was gonna say, my best performance goes to the cat. The cat is just... I know, right? The cat is just fucking nuts.
Didn't they bring it with them?
Yeah, right?
And then it just turns bad.
Right? Blanche the cat. I love, but before we wrap this up, the music in this movie is
amazing.
Is nuts. It is fucking insane. The music in this movie makes the movie crazier than it already is.
Well, and partway through, one of the characters starts playing the music you've been hearing on the piano.
Right.
Like the whole time. So kind of like that. I think that's the moment where like the whole reality of everything just like starts to break in half. When she starts playing the music you've already been listening to, and it becomes like diegetic sound.
Right. No, yeah.
And then she gets eaten by the piano, and her fingers keep playing the music on the keys.
Oh, God. Explaining this to someone is just...
And then, the floor breaks apart, and they're all floating on a door on some kind of hot lava or something. I don't know.
I thought it was cat blood.
Some kind of red.
Don't they say, like, it's cat blood? But yeah, for me, the best performance is the cat. The cat and the aunt. The aunt is just... How they didn't know that she was a fucking villain from, like, the fucking minute they walked into that house. Beyond me, but whatever.
I also want to meet the group of teenagers who one of them goes like, hey, we can all go on vacation with my aunt. And they all go, that sounds like the best way to spend summer.
That sounds like fun. Let's do that. Oh, God. So we normally do the Rotten Tomato meter at the end of our reviews. And this Rotten Tomato meter is a little different because most of the reviews for this film are from...
They're recent.
Recent.
Yeah.
What do you think the Rotten Tomato meter is at for the film?
I I'd say given its cult status and the people likely to review it, it's probably pretty high. I'd put it in like the high 80s.
88.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've been right.
Really high. Kind of like the people who made this movie. Really,
but it's
really
also,
high.
you've got to realize it's a selective audience that's reviewing it. Like,
no, I mean, again, this movie is not for everybody. Frankly, this movie is for as few people as humanly possible.
Look, I've got to take umbrage with that statement. It
really is a movie for fans of crazy movies.
Look, who the fuck is out there going, I'm just a fan of normal, boring movies?
A lot of people.
Like, that's what they're like, I just like things that don't surprise me.
A lot of
people. And they're out there, they're saying that out loud.
Yes, it's disappointing, isn't it?
I don't understand. you can watch Bob Ross paint a painting, or you can watch some people get eaten by a house. What
do you want? Oh, God. But yeah, the Rotten Tomato meter is at 88%, so it's pretty high. But mind you, all of the reviews are from, like, the last 5 years. So,
yeah,
like you said, I think that the people who are watching this movie know what this is. So,
yeah, I mean, viewed with context, it's easy to appreciate, but I can only imagine walking into a theater with this being like a brand new film.
And being like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ryan, is there anything you want to plug?
Well, first and foremost, you can watch Bob Ross and the Joy of Painting on Twitch. Wow. I don't know when it'll be coming out, but I'll give you more news soon. I'm illustrating a Call of Cthulhu gaming module that a friend of mine wrote. So that'll probably be published online at some point. So you guys, if you're into the tabletop role-playing RPG stuff, you can download and run through that adventure with illustrations by me. And then speaking of tabletop and role-playing, I've been watching a lot of this web show, Critical Role, where a bunch of voice actors play Dungeons & Dragons. It's pretty great. I think everyone should check it out.
Is Cthulhu sleeping in Ryla in the game that you're...
We're doing a whole series that are based on, like, Americana. So this one's about, like, the Jersey Devil.
Oh, my God. You mean the flying goat? That fucking video.
Well, I drew it a little bit different and a little scarier.
You need to make it realistic. Look just like the real...
I think this one takes place in Prohibition-era America. And then hopefully we'll do one... I want to do one about the Mothman. That would be cool.
Mothman's the best, dude. I love the Mothman.
Yeah. I even like that shitty movie with Richard Gere.
Oh, God. You can follow me on Twitter at Kulturestash. And if you like what you've been hearing for the last half an hour, we have more Kulturecast over at cultureshock.com, along with movie reviews, game reviews, and a little bit of wrestling, just for the hell of it. And yeah, we're nearing our 100th episode, and like I said at the beginning of this Kulturecast, we're going to be talking about Planet of the Apes, the Tim Burton film from 2001. But before we get to that film, we're going to be talking about Ocean's 11 and The Shaggy Dog this coming week, so make sure to check those out.